another great show. And today's episode, we're going to do a post-fight breakdown of UFC 252, Miocic versus Cormier. The trilogy, the final fight in the trilogy of, I guess one of the biggest trilogies in UFC history, because it's theoretically the two best heavyweights in UFC history are competing. So, it's a great trilogy. But, remember to smash the like button and smash the subscribe button so you'll be notified when a new episode comes out. And, let's get into this. Our first fight of the evening was Kamaka III against Tony Kelly at featherweight. And Tony had some crisp kickboxing. Probably landed definitely more shots, but the harder shots and who controlled the ground was Kamaka. He just landed some powerful shots in there. He landed some combinations a couple times where he really seemed like he hurt Kelly pretty bad. It was a nice win for Kamaka. Nice decision win at featherweight. Our next fight of the evening was at heavyweight. Chris Dockhouse against Parker Porter. And Dockhouse came out and just completely pieced him up with just landing some nice straight shots. And Porter, Porter was landing some nice leg kicks in there, but Dockhouse was just piecing him up, just constantly getting the nice straighter shots, staying right in the pocket too. It was nice. He had a nice performance from Dockhouse. Landed a nice combination and finished out with a nice knee and then punches on the ground. Nice win for Chris Dockhouse. Our next fight of the evening was Ashley Yoder against Levinha Souza at strawweight. And it was Souza just was the better fighter on the night. She was better, had the better ground game, the better striking. It's just landed the harder shots. It was just she had a nice win. Our next fight of the evening was at featherweight, TJ Brown against Danny Chavez. And, it was a pretty good fight. Chavez was pretty well evenly matched. Chavez was just a little bit better. He had some nice kickboxing. Looked good. Landed some nice shots. Our next fight of the evening was at strawweight, Felice Herring against Vera Jandiroba. And, Verna came out and Herring's no slouch. She's a veteran. And Jandiroba came out and just immediately took her down and transitioned from submission to submission. And, wound up getting a nice armbar tap out. Nice win from Jandiroba. Curious to see what she can do in the division. That nice ground game. Our next fight of the evening was a lightweight, Jim Miller against Vince Pichel. Jim Miller, guy's legit. He's got the most wins in UFC history and I think possibly most submissions. And Pichel had him in a couple of tough positions, but he wasn't able to get the finish. But Pichel definitely, that was a nice win for Vince Pichel. Definitely his possibly the best performance of his career. So nice win. Our first fight, the main card, was Jon Dodson against Merab Dvalishvili at bantamweight. And Dvalishvili was just, I thought Jon Dodson was going to be able to just be one step ahead. But Dvalishvili was just, he was just able to pretty much dominate. Grappling heavy. I think he went for like 20 takedowns. He was only able to get 2 or 3, but still, just his control time and he landed the harder, better shots is just, I don't know. I guess Dodson might be on the end of his career because it's, I thought he was going to be able to do more than that. But good win for Dvalishvili. Our next fight of the evening at featherweight was Herbert Burns against Daniel Pineda. And Pineda, that was a nice win. This was Pineda's first fight in the UFC in some years. And he came out and was impressive. Had some impressive striking and then impressive on the ground. Landed some nice elbows and able to get the finish over Herbert Burns. Nice win for Daniel Pineda. Our next fight of the evening was Junior Dos Santos against Georginio Rozenstroyk at heavyweight. And kind of how I thought things would go. That Rozenstroyk was gonna be able to land a shot Dos Santos and finish the night, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, Dos Santos was able to land some all right shots, being on his bicycle. I mean, like the veteran he is, but yeah, Rozenstroyk, he's just got some next level power, and so yeah, nice win for Rozenstroyk coming off that loss to Ngannou. So we'll see where he goes from here. Our next fight of the evening was Sean O'Malley against Marlon Vera against bantamweight. And this was Sean O'Malley's first step up in competition. This was the first guy he was really fighting that was like a legit veteran. I mean, I guess Eddie Wineland is legit, and he starched him. So this was another step up, Marlon Vera. And Vera had... O'Malley was looking good, but then Vera started going to those calf kicks. And I mean, when someone gets hurt, it wasn't necessarily a fluke injury. So Vera was striking. So you can't really call it a fluke. But O'Malley definitely. It looked like he was going to be doing good until he got hurt. So, but you can't take anything from Marlon Vera. He was able to come out and get the finish against a very touted Sean O'Malley. So nice win for Marlon Vera. We'll see where he goes next, and we'll see what happens with Sean O'Malley, how he recovers from his first loss. Our main event of the evening, Stipe Miocic against Daniel Cormier. The first fight, Cormier had moved up from light heavyweight to heavyweight and was able to land a nice shot in the clinch, an overhand, and just end the night for Stipe. And so then when they'd had the rematch, Cormier was actually doing good, was landing some good shots, and then it was like Stipe just figured him out, started landing some strong body shots, and then before you know it, was able to finish Cormier. So that brings us into the trilogy, and they were both looking for the finish. They both finished each other already, so it was possible. But Stipe, Cormier had some nice moments in there, but Stipe had almost finished Cormier in the second round, and I kind of might have I gave Cormier one round, and it was a nice win for Stipe Miocic, proving that once again that he's the best heavyweight of all time. So nice win for Stipe Miocic. It was a nice all-around card, and so then after this, Jon Jones officially, I thought he'd already relinquished his belt, but I guess he officially relinquished his belt, and yeah, so now they're gonna do now it's not even an interim, it's the real light heavyweight championship. It's gonna be Jan Blachowicz against Dominic Reyes for the light heavyweight championship, and Jon Jones is going to move up to heavyweight. So we'll see who's the person they give him to, because they say Dana White said that Stipe is going to fight Francis first, so that'll be the first fight. But we'll see where Jon Jones goes. We'll see. I'm excited to see. I think he's going to be pretty successful at heavyweight. But yeah, so you can find this on Trauma Television on YouTube, because this is Trauma Television's production. Trauma Television on Facebook, Big Scary on Facebook, and Big Scary on Twitter. And as Martin Luther King said, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice.